Okay, so guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well. Now, before we proceed into Ben Habib dismantling a leftist in regards to this grooming gang scandal that has been circulating as of recent times, I don't know why it should have been circulated and it should have been dealt with over 10 years ago. But unfortunately, it takes someone in America like Elon Musk, a billionaire, to post this on X and apply pressure before the establishment starts shaking in the United Kingdom, and all of a sudden everyone is trying to save their backs now. And I'm seeing people posting like, hey, I brought this up a few years ago in relation to the grooming gangs. I brought this up, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Everyone's trying to save their backs here. But it's not good enough, because if anyone was complicit in this, then it will come to light, because for sure there needs to be a public inquiry into what happened. Keir Starmer cannot stop it. The whole world is watching. Now, first things first, a few hours ago, Keir Starmer put out a lousy statement in relation to this. He said that anyone seeking a public inquiry into what's been going on is an agent of the far right, and he said that it was poisonous. Just because we want a public inquiry into what's been going on, we want to know who's been involved. This isn't just the perpetrators. We want to know what government officials have been involved, what members of parliament have been involved, social services. We want to know everyone that has been involved and has been negligent and has been allowing this to happen for many, many years. And whilst it's been happening, they have turned away and they haven't dealt with what needs to be done to ensure that the young British girls are safe. So we want to know everything that's been happening over these past couple of years, and a full, transparent public inquiry is what's needed. We don't need no words. We don't need no records. Oh, we're going to show you records from a few years ago. No, we need a full public inquiry into this and full transparency, and we need to know all parties involved in this, and they need to be charged. So yeah. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's just a quick introduction just there. I said quick, but I just, I went on a little bit too long. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into the content today, and that is Ben Habib owning a leftist. Yes, let's get
real. This happened. So I think you all need to take into consideration, when you're turning this all into your politics, of what we're actually going through. We as the victims, the survivors, the families. As per usual, politicians make it about them, and it's always been about them. Children like me were sacrificed for votes, and not over the last few days either, for decades.
I respect Sammy very much. I've got to say, she's a very brave woman, especially given what she's been through. When she says that she feels like she and people like her have been sacrificed for votes, do you share that sentiment, Ben?
I'm sure. I'm sure that they're being sacrificed for votes, and we see it increasingly as the ethnicity of the United Kingdom changes. The agenda put forward by various parties and representatives of those parties standing for election changes. It's a component of democracy, isn't it? That as a specific minority grows, you'll pander to that minority. And that's one of the other problems that we've got in the United Kingdom, a re-emergence of sectarian politics. We'd successfully got rid of it, and now it's back with a vengeance, and back with the protective blanket, as I say, of the legislative framework, which progressively discriminates in favour of these minorities. I just want to correct Scarlett on one statistic. One of my advisors has texted me, and he said that if you look at paedophilia on an individual basis, it breaks down roughly the way you described it, Scarlett, with the 85% of the white population in this country committing 85% of the crimes. But if you look at gang rapes of girls, which is actually what we're talking about, it's 85% British Pakistani ethnic background. 85%.
But I do think that any sort of child sexual exploitation is wrong.
Have you read the excerpts of any of these cases?
No, I haven't.
Well, I highly recommend you do, because this is not just... paedophilia is horrendous. Rape is horrendous. This is torture of 11 to 13-year-old, or younger even, where they were gang raping them. Multiple men on little girls. It's absolutely disgusting. And it's not good enough just to have an inquiry. I reject the notion of an inquiry. I want a dedicated unit of the police force going out there without fear or favour and arresting everyone from social services, in councils, in their own police force who turned a blind eye to this, because they are complicit. Some of these girls were traded in community centres. Did you know that? Traded in local councils.
Ben,
yeah.
I think what happened was absolutely appalling.
But we need to shine a light on it. It needs to be revealed. People need to be held
we also want
account.
to try and keep it out of politics, right? What we want to do...
Everything is in politics, Scarlett.
Ben...
The only way this is being... The reason there's a light being shone on it is because of the political domain.
No.
Correct.
I mean, actually, this has gone on... I mean, the Rochdale prosecutions began 10 years ago, right? I mean, many men have been prosecuted. It's not that they've been allowed to go. What happened before?
I'm talking about those who allowed it to continue. Sure, the actual perpetrators have been prosecuted, but how is it that they got away with it for so long? We need an open and honest discussion about that, and those who turn a blind eye need to be arrested and held to account. They need to face the full force of the law.
They need to be held to account. They need to be held to account. But actually what we need to now do is to stop it. And things...
Sure, but you can only look forward with confidence if those who've committed crimes in the past are held to account. I cannot travel confidently looking forward if they're not taking account of what happened behind me.
So what we need to do is that we had a really good investigation. We had a commission inquiry. It put up 20 recommendations, and none of them, even though it was cross-party, applauded when it happened, and nothing happened. And what we have to do is we have to make sure things happen. I think the police force have changed. I think there's absolutely no question. I know that the Department of Public Prosecutions have changed, and that...
Scarlett, we've still got a two-tier police force, a two-tier criminal justice system. We saw it with the marches, the Palestinian marches.
100%.
We see it.
But Ben Habib is spitting facts. Everything he's been saying, I've been talking about on this channel. You know, two-tier system. You know, they took, when it came to the marches, I remember the Patriot marches, there was a lot that were peaceful. They just wanted to see the UK move forward in a positive direction. But they were like, no, we're not going to show that. We will absolutely show you the minority that was wrecking up their communities. You know, that's what they showed. And then when it comes to pro-Palestinian, you know, we see what they're about, you know. They're just tearing down everything they see. They're throwing dashing mices in McDonald's, absolutely putting the public in fear. Have you even seen the pro-Palestinians in Germany fighting police? You know, this past December, just this Christmas that just went, Christmas/New Year's, one pro-Palestinian guy put fireworks into a kid's bedroom. He literally just, boom, put the fireworks into his bedroom. You know, so yeah, they've been absolutely terrorizing. And there's a two-tier system that doesn't hold the pro-Palestinians accountable, but just the slightest word you say as a patriot Brit, the slightest word, or you post something online, God forbid, you're in trouble.
For the Southport protests, the way Keir Starmer got up and he politicised those who were protesting the grotesque death of 3 girls in Southport. He politicised all of it. He said they're far right. He threw the absolute, what's the proverbial, I'm losing my expression for a moment, but he threw the book at them. And he directed the courts to...
And in 2011, when there were riots in 2011 and he was DPP, he threw the book at them, right? He throws the book at rioters.
He called them far right.
Because...
And he called those who wanted...
Again, just very quickly, after BLM were wrecking up, after George Floyd, Keir Starmer took the knee. He took the knee. I know she's talking about in 2011 riots. I'm not too sure about the 2011 riots, but in recent times, when BLM were absolutely destroying and wrecking neighborhoods in America and in the UK, all over the West, he took the knee to stand in solidarity with them instead of calling them out for what they were doing and just being, you know, anarchists, essentially. So, yeah.
inquiry far right this morning. He did.
No, he did not.
He called them far right.
Well, let's get to the bottom of this then. Let's get to the bottom of what Keir Starmer actually said about far right, because that is the next topic of conversation. I do just want to say thank you as well, Ben, for bringing up that point.
Alright guys, so that's the end of the segment. Ben Habib is just spitting facts. He absolutely wiped the floor with her. She had nothing to come with, you know. So yeah, there is absolutely a current two-tier system. There needs to be accountability for what's gone on. You know, we can't just look forward. Okay, let's start changing things moving forward. No, not so fast. Let's rewind the tape and let's look back at what's happened and who has been complicit and who has just been absolutely negligent, hasn't paid any type of attention to the matter, and let's hold them accountable before we move forward. So Ben Habib spitting facts, of course. Guys, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next video. Peace.